In fields across Europe, in dusty museum drawers and forgotten archaeological sites, lie strange bronze objects. About the size of a tennis ball, 12-sided, hollow, and covered in perfect circular holes. They have no inscriptions, no markings, no accompanying scrolls or records. Archaeologists call them Roman dodecahedrons. They date back nearly 2,000 years, to the height of the Roman Empire, but their true purpose remains a mystery. This is the story of the most puzzling relic of the Roman world, a story of forgotten knowledge, endless theories, and a mystery that still defies explanation. The first Roman dodecahedrons were discovered in the 1700s. Since then, over 120 have been found across Western and Northern Europe, in places like France, Germany, Switzerland, Belgium, and the UK. And that already raises a question, because these objects have never been found in Italy, not in Rome, not in southern provinces, only in the northern fringes of the Roman world, often in military camps, graves, or settlements of the Roman frontier. They're made of bronze, occasionally of stone. Some are small enough to fit in your palm, others are nearly the size of a grapefruit. Each has 12 faces, a geometric shape known as a dodecahedron. Each face has a circular hole in the middle, and each hole is a different size. Some even have small knobs at the corners, like something mechanical or symbolic. They are beautifully made. But what are they? Without a written explanation from the Romans, historians are left to speculate. Some believe they were astronomical instruments used to calculate equinoxes, solstices, or even planetary alignments. The different hole sizes could have worked like a viewfinder or sundial to measure the angle of sunlight on specific days. Others suggest they were surveying tools, helping Roman engineers measure distances in fields or line up construction projects. Another theory claims they were used in knitting, particularly for creating gloves. The holes could have held yarn or threads in place, helping shape the fingers of woolen gloves. Some think they were religious objects, ritual tools used by priests or shamans in Celtic-Roman hybrid cults. After all, some dodecahedrons have been found in temples or with items linked to spirituality. More playful ideas? They were toys, dice, or even candlestick holders, though the lack of wax residue makes that unlikely. And then, of course, there's the internet-fueled idea that they were alien technology. The perfect geometry, the unknown function, the lack of context. For some, it's proof that these were not created by human hands, but left behind by something or someone else. Of course, there's no evidence for that. But the fact that we can't prove what they are has made them the perfect canvas for speculation. One of the strangest facts about the Roman dodecahedron is this: not a single Roman author ever mentioned them. We have thousands of surviving Roman texts, letters, military reports, engineering treatises, and religious documents. But not one of them talks about the dodecahedron. No diagrams, no lists, no inscriptions, nothing. That silence is deafening. The Romans documented nearly everything, from how to build roads, to how to sacrifice animals, to how to design aqueducts. If these objects were important, why did no one write them down? Were they too common to mention? Or were they used by groups on the margins, outside of Roman elite culture? Or have we simply lost the documents that would explain it all? Let's look at where they're found. Many dodecahedrons were uncovered in military zones, near Roman forts or in the graves of soldiers. Some were found with coins, pottery, or tools. Others were buried alone. They're also found across Celtic regions, places that were Romanized but still retained local beliefs and traditions. This has led some to suggest they were tools of cultural fusion, combining Roman craftsmanship with local Celtic spiritual practices. Perhaps they were divination tools, used like dice or rune stones to predict the future or seek omens. Others point to the mathematics. The dodecahedron is one of Plato's 5 perfect solids, associated with the cosmos and divine order. In that view, these objects could have been symbols of the universe or tools to connect with it. But still, it's all just theory. To get closer to the truth, some archaeologists and engineers have built replicas of the dodecahedrons and tested their function. One YouTuber tested them as range finders, aligning the holes with distant objects to calculate distances. The results? Surprisingly effective. Another tried knitting gloves using one and found that the hole sizes could match human finger widths from pinky to thumb. Others have used 3D modeling to simulate how light would pass through the holes at different times of the year, giving possible links to seasonal astronomy. But while these experiments are creative, they're still guesses. Without written records or direct evidence, we're left piecing together a puzzle from only a few fragments. So, what do the Roman dodecahedrons teach us? Maybe it's that we don't know everything. Even with satellites, AI, and libraries of data, there are still questions buried just beneath the surface, waiting to be asked. Maybe it's that history is fragile, that a single scroll burned in a fire 1,500 years ago could have explained it all. Or maybe the Romans didn't want us to know. Maybe it was sacred, secret, meant only for the initiated. Or maybe, just maybe, it was ordinary, and we're the ones turning it into mystery. But that's the beauty of the Roman dodecahedron. In a world that explains everything, it refuses to be explained. 2,000 years ago, someone held this object in their hands, turning it, using it, understanding it. Today, we are still trying to understand them too. Maybe one day someone will finally crack the code. Until then, the Roman dodecahedron remains one of history's greatest unsolved puzzles.